Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on SPNG Sponge Stack Delivery Systems Incorporated. And before you go and freak out and say, "Hey, that's not the chart." Um, this is E signal, and obviously, when this E was put on the end of the symbol, E signal just went and started the chart from scratch again. And if this was a chart where I was going to be concentrating more on the daily time frame and so forth, I'd just use stockcharts.com. But I want to break down the intraday because today was just absolutely wild. You look down here at the volume, you look at this candle. I mean, the price was all over the map today. I don't know if there was multiple news releases or what was causing all this, but all I really need to do is look at the chart and look at this candle to tell that today was an absolutely wild day. And I want to just get it broken down because I'm getting lots of questions about, what the heck's going on, and I don't know what's going on, but I'll do my best to try to say what you or break down what you want to see go on from a charting perspective. So the first thing is just to kind of note this wild day. This is the 60-minute, and well, actually, let's just start off from the 5-minute because this is what really breaks it down. So this is a 5-minute chart, and each one of these bars represents 5 minutes worth of action during the day. And you can see that the first, crazy event was just the big old gap down. Pulled back, and then, like usual, I'm sure you had the bottom feeders in here buying all the way down, and they got their nice hop here. And then while the people that were buying in this section profit took here, I don't know if news or something came out, but something happened, and boom, thing exploded for, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So for about 35 minutes, this thing was just rolling, and then it came up here and got bumped in the head by the 200 period simple moving average, which an interesting note. Not the first time this one has knocked down the share price. You can see back here, same thing happened. Price went on a nice move, got up right above there, kind of got stuck in the web here, and then got forced back down. Same with over here. Keep in mind, just because you close above a moving average doesn't mean that you're out of the woods yet. I mean, you gotta pull away from it cleanly, and you can see that there's been multiple times where it hasn't. Here, it didn't even get any closes above it; just got some breaks, but then got knocked down. So let's go back to looking at this a little closer. So it got knocked down, no problem. Profit taking. You had the 50 period simple moving average sitting underneath the US support, so good stuff. And then you broke below it here, went sideways a little bit more, and then you just fell back down. So the weird and bizarre thing was the range that it traded. I know this. I was looking at the 1 minute. It looks like there might have been a fat finger trade in here, but regardless, even if we just take it from here, from this low up to this high, and then back down to right around this area. I mean, that's a wild day. Day traders and those people that they love these sorts of things. Um, but from just an overall chart perspective, very crazy. And you can see, last part of the day there was a sell-off. Last 15 minutes, you can see there was volume increasing with the red. So this was probably more than likely day traders and so forth just getting out before the weekend. But there was definitely, some late day, last 15 minutes selling going into the close. So what are we trying to do? Well, if you break down and look at all the different time levels, you'll notice one thing in common. And I know this is evident on um, the daily chart, but what needs to happen is on all these different time frames. Here's a 6 minute. You have this downtrend line, and then if you go down to the next one, let's see, after 60, 30. Same. See, notice this trend line. It's right there. And what I'm noticing is it seems like a good thing will happen. So for example, here, and this was over the course of a few days, but something good happened, and the price just really recovered, and then it sank back down. And then here's a little miniature one. Something nice popped up and then sank back down. Once again, something nice and then popped back down. And this one was a pretty drastic fall there. And then once again, we had it today. Something good, and then it just gets knocked back down. So what does that mean? I have no idea. But that's the trend right now on these smaller period charts. During the days, you have a good event, and in a good event, not material-wise, but just from a charting perspective, you have a good event where the price pushes up and then it just gets knocked back down. Pushed up, gets knocked back down. And between this one here and this one here, these two were pretty big monsters. I mean, it looked like things were going to be getting good here. It looks like it was looking like this trend or this resistance area was going to be broken, and then it just got smacked in the face and went back down. Same one here. It looked like, all right, this one's powerful move here after this crazy drop, and then boom, back again. Um, is this bearish for the overall chart? The daily isn't a downtrend. From a shorter term time perspective, overall still in an uptrend. You still have those longer term moving averages. But on these shorter time frames, it needs to get above this trend line. That's the point I'm trying to make here is instead of getting close to it and making it run up towards it and then just getting hammered back down, it needs to get above it. It needs to be able to show that there's some strength. Once again, here's a 15-minute chart. If you look at this trend line, you can see the same thing. Having some nice rallies, but this trend line is holding true. And every time the price gets close to it, here sure it didn't hit it, but that's close enough. Here it basically did, and that's where we're starting it from. It keeps getting knocked down. So then we'll just go down one more to the 10, and I know the 10 shows it too. But here it is on the 10. You can see it still there. So the point I'm trying to make is, even if you're a longer term person, you need to watch these short time frames, and you need the price to get above this trend line here. A lot of people keep asking me, what needs to happen, what's going on, and like I've told them, and like I'm saying in this video, this trend line is being, a big pain right now, and it's, it's almost like a teasing one where you think you're going to get through it, you have a nice price action, and then down. Same with here. Everybody was feeling great. Okay, great. That must have been capitulation. That's the total bottom, and then that happens. So, I don't know what's going on from a fundamental perspective. I don't really follow this story that close, but from a charting perspective, this intraday trend lines, a big tease. It's looking like it keeps getting people's hopes up and then crushing them at the same time. So, to answer everybody's questions, or at least the people that have asked me what needs to happen, well, this trend line needs to be broken, and I don't even need any more of the chart to tell you. I mean, like I said, I just need what it's given me and what E signal. Ever since it's gotten this E on it, this trend line is formed, and it's been, a big pain. So when this breaks, then I think, the daily chart's going to finally start to come back to life again. But until then, I think there's going to be a lot of these weird moves that keep going. But the key is these lower lows need to stop. It does keep putting in lower lows and lower highs, so that's another thing that needs to be noted. But like I said, the overall chart, and I'll just pull up SPNG without the. So this was the chart before the E came on it, and let's go to the daily. You still have this moving average, so the overall trend is still up. So that's something to monitor. So if you're a true long-term person, you got that. But this trend, which has continued to fall off. So let's go back to SPNG with the E on the end of it. This just needs to be broken here. So kind of a confusing video because the stock is acting very confusing. So I mean, I even have a hard time with it. But just the one common thing that I could see was that trend line. So if you have any other questions, let me know. I'll do my best to help you out. But this chart has been pretty confusing. On another note, I'd encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the newsletter, you'll get a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews, and along that, you'll get all sorts of other things, bullish chart setups, trade ideas, all sorts of stuff like that. No strings attached. It is all free, so it's worth at least checking out. One more time, this was SPNGE, Sponge Tech Delivery Systems. Everybody have a good weekend.